Hello. I didn't see you come in. My name's Mary. I was just reminiscing about some of my first days in a co-op. When I was just a freshman, and I didn't know the first thing about OSCA or commercial kitchens. Oh, I remember it just like it was yesterday. Hi, I signed up for something called KP. I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do.
Oh, I'm doing KP too. KP stands for kitchen prep, or ration. And the head cook leaves us a list of tasks to complete. Things like chopping vegetables and such.
Oh, okay. So what am I supposed to do?
Well, the most important thing about being in the kitchen is the proper attire.
You must wear a shirt with sleeves when in the kitchen. Also, make sure you wear an apron. Open-toed shoes are not allowed because of the danger of dropping knives. Hair must be covered either with a hairnet or hat. Always wash your hands when entering the kitchen, leaving the bathroom, or switching jobs to avoid cross-contamination.
Well, now that you're all dressed, let's see what's next on the list. Chop 1,000 heads of garlic.
Isn't that too much garlic?
Never too much garlic. But, oh, I guess we'll have to borrow some from Fairkid. Fairkid is a co-op on South Campus that serves mostly vegan and vegetarian meals, though all co-ops serve vegan and vegetarian options. Oh no! Duck!
What was that all about?
That was the inspector. The inspector periodically surveys OSCA's kitchens to make sure that they're up to health code. If a co-op fails, the kitchen can be shut down and sanitized by professionals at the members' expense.
Tough day in the co-op, eh?
Yeah.
Hi!
Hey,
Can we borrow some garlic?
sure, here you go.
Thanks.
The borrow book's over there, just fill it out.
Great. Borrow book. Borrow book.
Yay!
If you take food from another co-op, write how much you took, the date, and your co-op in the borrow book. Then the treasurers will transfer money so nobody ends up paying for another co-op's meal.
Hey, what's that you're using?
Oh, this is a Hobart mixer.
Did somebody say Hobart? Oh, it's you. Hi. Let me introduce myself. I'm Captain OSCA, and I was just getting some work done here in the OSCA office. Hey, while I'm busy here, why don't I introduce you to my friends Technician 1 and Technician 2? They'll show you how the Hobart mixer works.
I'm Technician 1.
And I'm Technician 2,
And this is the Hobart Mixer.
which not only mixes, but chops and grades as well.
It is an elegantly simple machine, which, as you see, has only 87 moving parts.
Now let's find out how to mix things.
First, you need to select the proper attachment, either a whisk
Righto.
or a flat beater.
Once the proper attachment has been selected, connect it to the base unit. Push up and turn clockwise to lock it in place. Now you are ready to attach the bowl.
The bowl is held in place at 3 points. Here, here, and here.
First, connect the bowl to the trunk of the base unit, then lock it into the arms, and then raise it up.
Now the machine is ready for use. Select the appropriate speed by turning the gear shifter to the desired setting and switch the machine on.
It's recommended that you start at speed 1 and then increase speed as necessary. However, never switch speeds while the machine is on. It will strip the gears. Now we will examine the shredder and grater function of the Hobart.
As with the mixing function, first you need to select the proper attachment. This depends upon how finely you want the material.
The shredding disc is then locked onto the disc holder, which is inserted into the outer assembly and locked with this bolt.
The outer assembly is attached onto the base unit by tightening the disc screw.
Now, the faceplate is attached by dropping in the 2 pins and engaging the latch.
Finally, the pushing plate is affixed. Now the machine is ready for use.
Wow, that was awesome!
Hey, those technicians are great, aren't they? And if you like the shredding grading function on the Hobart, you'll love this.
Now let's meet the Hobart Mincer's younger sibling, the robot coop.
The robot coop can be used to chop small amounts of material down to liquid, or to homogenize mixtures.
To assemble the robot coop, commence by locking the bowl onto the base unit. Then attach the S-blade onto the central rod. Be careful, it's sharp. Then attach the wiper and bowl lid. Make sure the lid tab is depressing the magnetic safety button.
Start the coop by pressing the green button. Periodically clear the sides of the bowl with the wiper. Now fill the bowl with the material. If reducing solids, cut them to 1-inch pieces and do not fill the bowl more than 3/4 full. For homogenizing liquids, do not fill above the blades. Stop the coop by pressing the red button. If it ever fails to start, check the circuit breaker.
Never leave the machine unattended when running. It shouldn't take more than 3 minutes to reduce any material.
I'll get it. Fair Kid Kitchen.
This is old B. The inspector's here, and he's really pissed. He must be having a bad day. Something about ferrets, things being thrown over.
The inspector's coming!
Alright, guys. Let's rock and roll.
Hey, why do you guys wear those weird rings?
Oh, these? Well, there's an ancient legend from the 60s that part of OSCA's power resides in each of these rings. Now, in truly dire situations, their powers combine to summon Captain OSCA, the physical manifestation of OSCA's socio-economic cooperation. They're passed down throughout the years from co-op to co-op, but we hope they will never need to be used.
Well, everything looks good here. Do you want to come with me to check out other co-ops?
Yeah! There's no better way to learn about OSCA.
This is Third World Co-op, a safe space for members of traditionally marginalized communities. You see, a safe space is a place where you shouldn't enter unless you're a member or are invited by a member. Hey Josh, the inspector's coming.
Whoa! Well, I was just about to go into Third World and do some crew myself. Do you guys want to help? Awesome!
Yeah.
You can be my guest.
Cool.
Why don't you guys make sure everything's in running order in this kitchen? We'll check the temperatures. Alright, so we use these probe thermometers to check the temperatures of all of our food that we cook. We have to make sure that all the food is heated to at least 165 degrees for safety. Wait, we need the fans on. Extra, get those hood fans.
Interesting. Shouldn't the person chopping lettuce be wearing gloves?
That's right, the inspector's coming. Unless you're cooking that salad, you better put some gloves on. Shit! Have you washed that lettuce today? Shit! Produce should always be washed before cooks prepare it.
Hey, I really need some onions. Can you try to get some for me?
Fair Kid has onions. Just make sure you mark it down in the bar book.
If you take food from another co-op, write how much you took, the date, and your co-op in the borrow book.
Dude, I totally know what a borrow book is. Alright, you guys go up to Harkness, and I'll meet you at Kosher Halal.
I heard the inspector is coming.
Yeah, we're going around checking all the co-ops.
I'll go check the stacks.
I'll go update the logs.
You see, Mary, each oven has a pilot light. Were that pilot light to go out, as this one has, then gas would build up, potentially could cause an explosion which would blow us all to kingdom come. The solution is to have some fire. This. Raise it to this place right here in the oven, while holding down the red button over here. You must maintain holding the red button for at least 30 seconds, often longer, for these ovens are old. And then, after a while, the light will hold on its own, and the oven will flare up in light when you turn it on. That's a good thing, unlike fires, which out of the oven are a bad thing. But what, may you ask, happens if a fire gets out of hand? In that case, we turn to our big red box, the fire suppression system, yonder. In which case we would pull the ring, and we would strike the button. And then glorious salvation would rain upon us from the ceiling, and all would be well.
Yes, we're conveniently located on the 4th floor of Wilder. Could you hold on 1 moment? We can all tell that David really likes fires, but like all good co-opers, he knows about the co-op's fire suppression system. As part of my duties as Captain OSCA, I'm going to take you on a tour through each co-op's fire safety devices. Yes, OSCA is high in fiber. Okay. Third world. If the firebox is in an inaccessible location, look for the secondary trigger. Tank. Silly extra, weren't you listening? The backup is right over here. Here is piles. Keeps. Kosher halals. Fair kids. And old bees. Thanks for your attention, citizens. Now let's skip on back over to Harkness.
Pilot lights are boring. I want some heavy-duty machinery. Wow, you could fit a small child in here.
Hey, that's not a toy, you know. That's Sputnik, the tofu machine.
Wow, there's nothing cooler than a tofu machine.
That's right, but you don't get to use this baby unless you're an elected tofu maker.
Whoa, extra! You can't be in here. You're not even dressed right. Get out of here! Damn it! I hate when co-opers come into the kitchen and try to serve themselves. What he needs to know is that when the food is ready, the cook will bring it out to the dining room in a medium-sized container.
This cooperative is well prepared. Let's move on to kosher halal.
This is Kosher Halal Co-op, where the food is prepared according to the rules of kashrut. You shouldn't really enter Kosher Co-op unless you really know the rules of kashrut. Otherwise, you might unknowingly trade something.
Trade?
Well, trades mean to make something ritually unclean.
Hey.
You must be the group that's checking up on all the co-ops.
Our reputation precedes us.
It does. It'll be chaos in there if you all come in. Why don't one of you just want to come in and help me?
I will.
Okay.
We'll wait for you in the dining room.
Okay, we'll be quick.
I'll check out the refrigerators while you check out the ovens, right?
Okay. I think this oven's broken. Where's the pilot light?
That's a convection oven. It runs on an electric heating system. There's no pilot light. But I'll leave a note for the DTOC.
What's a DTOC?
The DTOC is the Dining, Training, and Operations Coordinator. If something's broken, just call them and they'll find the right person to fix it. I think we're done here. Let's go find the others. I think we're done here. Let's head over to the tank.
All these cooperatives are looking very good. Pity we won't be able to activate the rings.
You're right. I bet it's awesome.
Let's go.
Hey, you know the inspector's coming.
Hey, let's get this kitchen clean.
Get a fucking hairnet, Fonz.
Hey,
Hey, I think this is broken.
let me take a look. I never met a Hobart I couldn't fix.
Did somebody say Hobart?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Here's another segment.
Now's that special time you've all been anxiously awaiting.
Getting to know your Hobart dishwasher.
The first and most important step in running this machine is checking the soap container.
This dishwasher takes a special kind of detergent known as solid fusion. Don't put any other type of soap in the Hobart specially shaped container.
After meals, co-opers will bring their dirty dishes into the kitchen, throw out or compost any uneaten food on their plates, and place their dirty dishes neatly stacked here by the spray sink.
It's one person's job on crew to clean all the dishes. They stand there by the sink and scrape off the food on the bowls and the plates and the silverware and place them in the dish racks conveniently located here.
Now, let's take a look at this beast. Use the sprayer to clean the dishes. If water begins collecting in the sink, it's time to run the garbage disposal.
First, feel around in the sink and ensure that no silverware or other hard objects are present. They will jam the garbage disposal and break it.
Then, hit the on switch and let it run until the water is drained.
Before sending dishes through, always make sure that the drain basket, this lovely metal basket full of holes, is clean. If not, take the basket out of the Hobart, like so. Spray it off and clean all the crap up. Finally, return the basket to its proper location in the machine.
Next, you'll want to shut the drain. The drain is controlled with this lever. Lift it up to open the drain and down to close.
Now press the power button. The temperature readout should come on. When you close the doors, the chamber will begin filling with water.
When the chamber is filled, you can begin washing. Lift the doors, slide a rack in, and close the doors. It will automatically begin its cleaning cycle.
Watch the temperature readout. It should read 150 degrees Fahrenheit during the initial, quote, wash period, and 180 degrees Fahrenheit during the final rinse period.
When the cleaning cycle is done, lift the doors and remove the rack. The machine is now ready for another run.
Remember, plates and bowls are Hobarted once, cups are Hobarted twice, and silverware goes through 3 times.
When everything has been washed, open the drain and turn the machine off. Backspray the drain basket and replace.
You know, I love that Hobart so much. I wrote a little ditty about it. It goes a little something like this. Well, the dishes go through that Hobart one time, one time. The dishes go through that Hobart one time. Well, if you ever get in doubt, ask someone to shout it out, 'cause the dishes go through that Hobart one time. The cups go through that Hobart 2 times, 2 times. The cups go through that Hobart 2 times. Well, if you ever in a pinch, just think about it, it's a cinch, 'cause the cups go through that Hobart 2 times. Well, the silverware through that Hobart 3 times, 3 times. The silverware goes through the Hobart 3 times. But if you ever get in doubt, don't stand there floundering like a trout. Just ask someone to help you out, and they'll say that silverware goes through the Hobart 3 times. Yip, 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 ho!
Yeah, they have to be stored in these plastic containers because no metal is allowed in the refrigerators. They have to be labeled with one of these stickers with the expiration date and other information on them. Also, they are logged on the door of the refrigerator to monitor their cooling. If they don't reach 40 degrees in 4 hours, they are thrown out.
Alright, everything seems to be okay here. We'll just let crew take over. And then we'll head over to Keep.
Alright, but I've got to stay here because I'm the person in charge.
What's the person in charge?
There's a person in charge on every crew. The person in charge makes sure that the crew does what they're supposed to do. And if the inspector comes, the person in charge has to be able to answer all of their questions.
So you'll finish up here and then you'll meet us over at Keep?
Sounds good.
Dude! Did you hear the inspector's coming today?
Damn! Why do they have to come today? These cooks cook these massive meals that dirty every pot in the kitchen.
Don't worry, we'll help. Hey, crews like this can be a real pain, but with a few extra hands to help, they can be accomplished quickly and correctly.
It's that easy!
Alright guys, let's rock and roll! Hey Extra, what are you doing? Can we help?
I'm cleaning out this walk.
That walk is fucking huge!
Oh, wait a minute. Are you cleaning this out with soap and water?
Yeah.
That'll make the walk rust. Here, step aside. I'll show you how it's done. Give me that. First, get a clean rag and wipe out remaining food particles. Then, get a second rag and some cheap white vinegar and some salt. Use the salt as grit to scour away all the remaining food particles. With a third rag, wipe out the salt and vinegar and oil the walk with a thin layer of vegetable or corn oil. Then gently heat the wok while oiling and allow the oil to mesh with the metal.
Hey.
Hey, Richie, need any help draining that sink?
I was using that to soak the plates.
Hey.
Man, I've been cleaning this cutting board forever. How do I know when it's clean?
Well, you have to do the scratch test. See? It's still dirty. So, to clean it, you need to either use a scraper or a scouring brush to get dirt that's down deep inside.
Thanks.
So, why do you need 3 sinks to wash the dishes?
When pots and pans are too dirty or too large to be Hobarted, they go to the pot wash. The first sink is the wash sink, which is filled with a soap solution. All the crud is scrubbed off in this sink. The middle sink is filled with water. Once items are scrubbed, they are dipped in the middle sink to rinse off any remaining soap suds and food particles. The last sink is filled with the sanitizing solution. Items are allowed to soak in it for 1 minute before air drying. The sanitizer kills any remaining microorganisms.
What's going on over there?
Well, I'm about to clean the grill. Let me show you. First, you empty everything into the grease trap. And when you're done, you take this handle, put it on top of the mat, put it on top of the grate, and scrub the grill like you're brushing your teeth. Just use veggie oil as toothpaste. And when you're finished with this, you take all the dirty oil and shove it down the grease trap. It's that easy.
That's way more gross than brushing your teeth.
Dude, I'm done with the dishes. I'm gonna get out of here.
No, you're not. A crew's job is more than just cleaning dishes. Make sure that top to bottom the kitchen is clean. And also, the dining room floors and the kitchen floors need to be swept. And the compost needs to be taken out back.
While the gang finishes up cleaning at Keep Co-op, I'm going to tell you a few things about recycling. As an environmentally concerned organization, OSCA loves recycling. Here are some helpful recycling tips. There are 3 types of recycling in OSCA: local recyclables, non-local recyclables, and returnables. Local recycling is picked up by the city several times a week. Local recycling includes paper, cans, and number 1 and 2 plastics. Local recycling goes in blue bagged blue cans. Non-local recycling is driven to Columbus once a semester. Non-local recycling includes soy milk containers, non-1 and 2 plastics, and single-ply paperboard. Non-local recycling goes in specially marked blue bags and blue cans. Returnables are picked up by our food vendors. Returnables include milk jugs and egg crates and produce containers. Ask your recycler where these items are kept. Make sure to keep the recycling area neat and clean during crew, and remember to rinse everything. Milk bottles can go through the Hobart. Make sure all cans and glass bottles have their labels removed. OSCA recycles 2 types of corrugated cardboard, waxed and unwaxed. Unwaxed cardboard should be collapsed and stacked in an out-of-the-way spot determined by your recycler. The cardboard stack should be taken outside to the cardboard dumpster at the end of every crew. Waxed cardboard should also be collapsed and stacked when emptied. The cardboard should either be returned to farmers or discarded in the trash dumpster according to how much the farmers need. Ask your local foods coordinator or recycler what to do. Remember, kids, OSCA composts. You can put all of your eggshells and uncooked produce into the compost buckets, but don't put any meat, cheese, cooked food, or trash inside the compost pails. Remember, citizens, you should always know your recycling, because knowing is half the battle. Hey, let's see how they're doing back at Keep.
On to pile in!
Crew should have been finished by now.
Is there anybody here?
Hello? 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 Thank God you're here. The meal here was undercooked and infected everyone with some sort of zombie virus.
That's horrible. We're just gonna have to give them all missed jobs. When someone doesn't show up for a job, you tell the missed jobs coordinator, who usually assigns a crew to make up for the job that they missed.
I think the zombies went to the science center to look for more brains. Damn, this place is a mess.
Didn't you hear? The inspector's coming today.
Fuck, this is the second worst day of my life.
The inspector will be here any minute now. We'll never get the place clean.
Wait, I think, yeah, we have all the ring coordinators from all the different co-ops right here.
The time has come to activate the rings.
Pile!
Third World.
Keep.
Kosher Halal.
Tank. Fair Kid.
Old B.
Darkness.
Shit!
Well, there's only one thing we can do now.
Go cruising?
No. We're gonna have to do this crew the best we can.
I'll go get some soaps and sponges and miscellaneous cleaning supplies from the non-foods room.
Cut to the segment!
Hello and welcome to the wonderful world of OSCA's Cleanliness Chemicals, also known as the product.
The product comes in 8 types, each with a specific use.
Oasis 133 and Oasis 144 are the most heavily used. Both are dispensed in diluted form in the mop area of your co-op. The dispensers are either operated by pushing a knob or a push plate on the underside.
Oasis 133 is a yellow all-purpose cleaner. Spray it on a dirty surface and wipe it away with a rag.
Oasis 144 is a purple sanitizing solution used in conjunction with 133. After the surface is clean, spray it with 144 and allow it to evaporate. This kills any remaining organisms.
You can check the concentration of sanitizer by holding a pH test strip in the solution for a second and then comparing the color to the chart on the container. It should be 200 parts per million. If the concentration is consistently off, tell your DTOC. Never mix bleach with Oasis 144.
Next, Oasis 100 is used to mop floors. It is dispensed identically to Oasis 133 and 144. Simply fill the bucket with the dispensed solution and begin mopping.
Scout is used in the pot sink. It is dispensed identically to the Oasis chemicals.
Here we have Solid Fusion, the soap used in the Hobart dishwasher. A beeping sound will alert you if the machine is running low. When replacing solid fusion, remove the wrapping from the soap, drop it in the slot, and close the hatch. Then wash your hands.
Also used with the dishwasher is Soil Master. Silverware should be soaked in a mixture of water and Soil Master before washing.
This is Lime Away, a solution used every week during Commando to de-lime the dishwasher. Your cleanliness coordinator will show you how to use it if you have to. Be careful though, it can bleach your clothes.
Last, we have Grease Cutter, the strongest of all the solutions. Don't use it unless your cleanliness coordinator asks you to. Always wear gloves and ventilate the area well. If used with caution, it's perfectly safe.
Hey Mary, let's go check out the dry foods room. This is the dry foods room. It's where all the dry goods and canned food is kept. Fuck! This place is trashed! Food is supposed to be kept off the floor, and these bags are supposed to have clips on them to keep the fucking varmints out of them.
Jesus, tap dancing Christ, these zombies are messy. Let's clean up. Those bags of beans were fucking heavy.
And there's still so fucking much left to do.
Don't worry. Everyone working together will have it done in no time flat, motherfucker. Let's rock and roll.
This kitchen's ass.
Yeah, we did. Let's get out of here before the inspector comes.
Oh no, the zombies are back!
Oh my god! Get the zombie!
Oh my god!
What's that?
The inspector!
Guys, we're fucked!
That's right. I'm here to teach you about co-ops and to fight the zombie menace.
Why didn't you come when we tried to activate the rings?
Well, you didn't need me. As informed co-opers, you have everything you need to pass inspections. You guys did a good job today, sharing your experience and serving as strong examples to others. However, you can't expect you'll always be warned before an inspector comes. I was posing as the inspector today to teach you all a valuable lesson. It's important that everyone knows how to do their job and does their job safely and correctly every time. You can only depend on yourself and your fellow co-opers to make OSCA run smoothly. Remember, when you're in a co-op, you're not only responsible to yourself, but to everyone in your co-op.
Thank you, Captain OSCA.
No, thank you, Mary. Your eagerness to learn and willingness to help your co-op, even after all the lazy co-opers turned into zombies and ran off deep range, shows a true cooperative spirit.
And so Captain OSCA taught us an important lesson that day. I've learned many lessons here at Oberlin, but it was OSCA that taught me to cooperate with others, be self-reliant, and obey Ohio Health Code. So thanks for stopping by. Everything looks good here. Let's rock and roll.
Come on, look alive, sister. We're all having fun here.
I just realized this is not an infomercial! I'm leaving, I quit!
killed him.
What card are you?
Oh, you? Yeah, I didn't know that.
You can just stand by here. Wow, that was awesome!